We always love Valentine's Day at the office because we get to see all those flowers being delivered to unsuspecting sweethearts.
They look so pretty on the day they're delivered, and then the day after Valentine's Day, let the wilting begin.
And Jimmy, maybe not. Maybe not. Not when you have people like gardening expert Ginny Rosenkranz with the University of Maryland Extension Office here to show us how to make these beauties last.
Yes, yes. And you know what? It's really not that difficult.
Really?
So let's start with it. You have to have a clean vase, fresh water. That's really the beginning.
Okay.
That is really, really good. Now, there's some plants like these gorgeous tulips. I love tulips. When you get your flowers, the first thing you should do is take it out of the plastic and just throw that away.
Yeah.
I love tulips because they really like to dance.
Dance?
And yes, they do. They do. They dance like crazy. But what it is, okay, they're still growing. Everything else, once you've cut like the alstroemeria, the carnations, once they're cut roses, that's it. They're on their way down. These are still alive.
Really?
Yes. So the first thing you want to do is, with these, you just go ahead and trim a little bit of the bottom. And I always like to trim them at an angle like that. So I'll go ahead and clean up afterwards.
And why is that?
Because by trimming it, what you're doing is you are getting a fresh opening, and you're allowing the plant to go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a good long drink of what I ever have. So here we go. Put him in.
And the angle makes it so that they're not sitting flat.
Right. You've heard that before, haven't you? That's great.
I think we had someone tell us that.
I love that.
Someone's told me that.
Yeah.
I love that. So I really like tulips because, first of all, they're very affordable. They come in multiple colors. Now see here, you can see that there's kind of a different color right there. It's sort of a brownish color, so definitely want to cut that off. So there we go. Now, the difference between cutting these tulips and any other kind of flower under...
Can I cut one? Oh,
yes, please help yourself. There you go. Is roses have to be cut under water, which means that I would have to go ahead...
You're serious about that underwater?
Underwater. That would, okay.
Yes. So with these, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just arrange them just a tad. So this is a really easy flower arrangement. Now the neat thing about tulips, though, like I said, they dance because they're constantly growing. So if there's light over there, they're going to turn in that direction. So I always like to mess with them and turn them around in lots of different places so they're always kind of like this. But they're continuously growing, which means that you always have to make sure you add fresh water like every morning and every evening.
Should you change it or just add?
With tulips, you can just add.
Okay.
And tulips do not need anything called flower food, and that's what you find in these little packets.
Oh, they come with the flowers.
Yes, they come with the flowers. So these have sugar, and they have something that helps acidify the water, and they have something that also keeps the water clean. So it's kind of like adding sugar, lemon juice, and Clorox, which you can actually do yourself. So I like to go ahead and cut this.
Okay.
And then toss it in.
And then what are we putting in this one?
What would you like?
Let's do carnations.
Okay, carnations are easy. Okay, so when you get flowers, the first thing you should do, you can go ahead and use that one. Okay. I like to go ahead and either strip this or not. So you go ahead and cut below that.
Below that,
there we go. And you want to take the bottom leaves off so that you don't ever want to have leaves in the water.
Oh, see? I didn't know
so there you go. Because as the leaves sit in the water, they rot.
Okay.
And you don't want that.
The stem doesn't.
No, the stem doesn't, because the stem's job is to pull water and nutrients in, whereas the leaves' job is to go ahead and create sugars from the chlorophyll and that sort of thing.
See, I always took them off just so I could fit them in the vase. I didn't know anything.
Oh, well, that's a good idea, too. It's a good reason.
Now, with that in mind, can you overcrowd?
I've never thought that you could overcrowd. I think that you can always play with flowers and just enjoy them.
Sure.
There we go.
Oh.
I think you need to do one more.
Oh, one more. Okay.
Just one more. And I think that that is gorgeous.
It's really cool.
Isn't that beautiful?
Now, what was this other one? What'd you call that?
These are alstroemerias. Okay, I'm going to put that one on that side.
Here?
And these are wonderful because when you start with them, there's already a bouquet. And the other thing I want you to think about is you can go with a fancy vase, or you can even use something like a jelly jar.
Okay.
So here, you decide which one you want.
Now, do we want these super short because we have...
Yes, you do want to have it like, say, okay, here's the type. So you want to go 1, 2. Well, let's start from the top. 1, 2. You want to have it right about there. Does that make sense? Would you like to play?
Yeah, 1, 2. What do you mean 1, 2?
Okay, so the height of the jelly jar is here. So that's here and then here. So you want to go ahead and cut it right about there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
Now it's got a little joint here. Does it matter where
that works?
we're cut?
That works.
Does it matter from one side or the other?
No, not at all.
Right.
So, and these again are just fun to play with and perfect. Yep, there we go.
I eyeballed it, so
Mine's going to be prettier than Lisa's.
Oh, I don't know. Here's one more. So the nice thing about the Alstroemeria is they're very, very affordable. They come in lots of different colors, but you can never go wrong with them. I love carnations because they give you the fragrance as well as the beautiful colors. You
Right.
can never go wrong with them.
Should I go ahead and pull these off since they're going anyway?
Sure, if you'd like.
a good thing because,
you can
if
see
you'd
that
have said no, I was in
sometimes
trouble.
when you think about it, sometimes the foliage is a little bit off because it was really cold yesterday and it was really cold this morning. And when you bring flowers out in the cold, they're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So, you know, I tried to wrap them up.
Jenny, thank you so much for bringing these flowers in. We learned a whole bunch about flowers today.
As always.